to Huntington, West Virginia and Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home to the Thundering Herd of Marshall and one of the toughest places to play in all of college football. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Ohio Bobcats, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Marshall Thundering Herd. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Bobcats offense takes the field for the first time today. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
They'll run play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Looking to go up top on first down. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but you bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
The Thundering Herd offense takes the field. It's our first look at them in this one. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Makes the grab. It's Williams. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They're going back to the ground. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bobcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. They give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missiles.
Defense.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Caught in the backfield, it's Penny. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the 1st down. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. 3rd and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. It is good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fair catch called for and made. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And they sniff that draw out. With a draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field. But the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Kane got on the running back, got him on the ground quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, the quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Handoff from the shotgun. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Herd!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical.
That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carry.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, doing the making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Bobcats will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped as a 36. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a first down for Marshall.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, right? When it's a goal-to-go situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the
All kinds of running room. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Marshall!
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Boston College managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. And they'll savor this one in Chestnut Hill for some time, no matter the final score. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Bobcats are in the hurry-up. He's going to pass on second down. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Looking to throw for it. Takes the easy one to the back. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a fourth and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Running back goes in motion. Pressure coming. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Offense facing fourth down.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
No mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off. Keep the drive alive.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Marshall quick to the line. Now the play fake. He finds his man. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
Brings up third down.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it's no good. He missed it. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They've got time. They've got the lead. And, David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires left. Pass on the way. It's picked off.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. Ball downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
He's got his man. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback now breaking the field. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the...
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
One more snap coming before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
And the Bobcats will boot it away to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up and maybe...
Looking for a huge play. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Offense just trying to get the ball to their receiver quickly out in space to the perimeter of the field. But how about the speed of the linebacker? Able to close and make that tackle. That's impressive.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a first down for Marshall. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them: calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart, understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down, new set of downs.
Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15. On second down, looking again to throw. Coming after him. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense there, lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! And they take it in for 6 more points. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job. Comfortable changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points there, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Bobcats send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Gets it out quickly. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play.
3:25.
And the quick shuffle pass. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Marshall will be forced to punt. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the back. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. And the Bobcats want to move quickly. On second down, he'll let it fly. That's caught. It's Hurst. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Roughing the pass. Defense.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. They feed him again. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
And the offense will take the penalty, move the ball forward, and save the down. The offense set for a first down play. He'll run it again. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, he drops to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back.
Roughing the pass. Defense.
The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
And the offense will take that penalty and move a little bit closer. How about this? These guys are going for 2. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment. Defense.
So the defense will accept the penalty and back up this offense. Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. On the move. He gets it in for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
25.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. A first down for the offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers.
Marshall, 28. Ohio, 25.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. Quick step and go. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Marshall quick to the line. They go to the ground. Makes his man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. Touchdown, Herd! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Second down.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. Trying to pick up a first down. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
All right, now, if you're the quarterback, you got to know in this game, you better be ready every snap. You better know where the... from, because this defense is going to bring it from all over the place.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's got room. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. The Bobcats will snap it on 1st and 10. The running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Fires to the wideout. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. That's caught. It's Miller. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Bobcats want to pick up the tempo.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion, gets the big 1st down.
And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Snagged in the middle. It's Hurst. And they're able to get him on the ground. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They'll run this play from the pistol. Feeling some heat. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
And how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Marshall.
Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. At the 40, there he goes. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Bobcats want to crank the tempo.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Uncorks one. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
He'll pull it down. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David